become who I lost. I found my name in an old notebook, handwriting shaky, hope overlooked. Dreams I buried just to survive, promises I stopped keeping alive. I used to bend till I disappeared, called it love, called it staying near. But the mirror don't lie like words do. It showed me someone I hardly knew. I gave away pieces I can't replace to keep us standing in the same place. But losing you made something clear. I wasn't gone, I was just not here. I'm becoming who I lost, in the silence, in the cost, learning how to choose my side after years of being denied. I don't hate who I was for you, I just miss who I was before. I'm becoming who I lost, and I don't disappear anymore. My guitar sat dusty by the wall, like it knew I'd come back at all. Every string still knew my hands, like old friends who understand. I walk slower now, feel the ground, hear my thoughts instead of the crowd. The trees don't rush to touch the sky, they grow in truth and not in lies. I stayed too long in borrowed skin, calling survival, letting love win. But loving you cost me my voice now, finding it feels like a choice. I'm becoming who I lost, through the pain, through the frost, letting go of all the fear that told me I shouldn't be here. I don't curse the love we knew, it taught me what I can't ignore. I'm becoming who I lost, and I'm standing at my own door. Some nights I still reach for your name, like muscle memory, like a flame. But the fire don't burn the same, it just reminds me why I changed. The river don't apologize for choosing where it runs. To survive it finds its way deep and strong, even when the road feels wrong. I'm becoming who I lost, not perfect, just honest and whole. I stitched myself from all the breaks you never noticed in my soul. If love comes back, it'll meet me true, not smaller, not asking for more. I'm becoming who I lost, and I finally know what I'm worth. Six strings humming what I forgot. I'm becoming who I lost, and I won't lose him again. Left your words in half a sentence, like you didn't owe me the end. The door still swings with your absence every time the night moves in. I replayed all our almost till my sleep gave up on me. Funny how I kept my promises to someone who wouldn't keep me. I tried the way you're leaving, like it fit the shape of who I am, but to name me just because it hurt this bad. I'm more than your goodbye, more than the night you walked away, more than the tears I didn't show, and the words you couldn't say. I'm more than your goodbye, even if it's all you see. You left me at the ending, but I kept becoming me. The river doesn't stop its breathing when a bridge falls into its flow. It learns another way around it and keeps moving where it knows. I carried your silence for a season, like it was something I deserved. Then I realized love doesn't vanish just because it isn't returned. I stopped begging for your closure, stopped needing you to stay. Some truths arrive without permission and change you anyway. I'm more than your goodbye, more than the scars you left behind, more than the what ifs and the maybes that still visit my mind. I'm more than your goodbye. I don't end where you did. You closed the door between us, I kept living after it. The trees don't ask who left them, but they just reach for light again. I learned strength isn't screaming, it's choosing yourself in the end. Some love is just a lesson, some hurt doesn't define. The past can tell a story, but it doesn't get to write my life. I'm more than your goodbye. I always was, I see that now. You don't get to be my ending just because you're gone somehow. I'm more than your goodbye, and I'm finally free to say you were a part of my journey, not the reason I stayed. So if you ever think you lost me when you let us die, know this, I didn't disappear. I outgrew your goodbye.
I'm still standing without you. I woke up to a room full of quiet where your laughter used to land. The walls don't ask me questions, they just try to understand. Your jacket's gone from the doorway, but the air still knows your shape. Funny how the smallest absences are the hardest ones to escape. I spent a long time blaming myself for every crack in us, but some bridges fall on purpose just to teach you how to trust. I'm still standing without you on ground I thought would give. I lost the future I imagined, but I learned a different way to live. I'm still standing without you, though my knees still feel the strain. I didn't come out unbroken, I just learned how to stay. The trees outside don't curse the lightning, they just grow around the scar. I started seeing strength is quiet, not how loud your promises are. I stopped chasing your reflection in every passing face. Some things don't come back to find you, you just leave them in their place. I thought love meant bleeding quietly so nobody would know. Turns out healing needs daylight and room to grow. I'm still standing without you in the middle of a mess. I learned that missing someone doesn't mean you love them best. I'm still standing without you. Every breath a choice I make. I didn't win, I didn't lose, I just refuse to break. The river never brags about surviving, it just keeps moving on. I learned you don't need closure to know where you belong. I left our ghosts in yesterday. Let the sunrise prove I don't need to be your everything to be enough too. I'm still standing without you. Not fearless, not the same, but I know my name in the mirror, and I don't feel ashamed. I'm still standing without you, and that's my quiet truth. You didn't take my whole life with you. I'm still standing without you. If you ever wonder how I'm doing now, after all we went through, I don't have everything figured out, but I'm still standing without you. The clock don't tick, it breathes in here. Every sound feels loud and near. Your sweater still on the chair, like you might come back, but I know you won't. Streetlights spill through broken blinds, painting ghosts across my mind. I talk to walls that answer back with everything I'm trying not to ask. The day pretends that I'm okay, but night don't lie the same way. Midnight knows your name, whispers it slow like a prayer. When the world finally goes quiet, you're the only truth still there. I keep busy just to outrun you, but the dark remembers the same. Yeah, midnight knows your name. My guitar hums a half-tuned chord, sounds like goodbye on a wooden floor. Every song I almost write stops right where you cross my mind. The moon hangs low like it's listening, watching me break then fix again. I pour one more just to feel brave, but even silence says your name. I tell myself I've let you go, but the night says what I want. Midnight knows your name, carves it deep in the air. When my hands start shaking, you're the reason they're bare. I smile through the daylight like nothing ever changed. But midnight knows your name. The river don't fight where it flows, it just carries what it knows. I wish my heart could do the same. Stop holding on to your flame. Some loves don't fade, they echo like thunder after rain. You don't hear it till it's gone, but it still shakes the ground you stand on. Midnight knows your name, knows every truth I hide, knows I'd still choose you if loving you didn't cost my life. I'm learning how to breathe alone, how to live with the pain. But until I heal completely, midnight knows your name. One light on, 6 strings, no shame. Midnight knows your name, and it knows mine too.
You said maybe someday at the door, like hope wasn't heavy anymore. I stood there holding what we were, like broken glass wrapped in my shirt. Your shadow stretched down the hall, I watched it shrink against the wall. Didn't chase you, didn't speak, just learned how letting go feels weak. I stayed so long trying to prove that love survives what it goes through. But some hearts break just to see who they were meant to be. It was a goodbye that saved me, the one I didn't want to say. The moment I stopped begging was the moment I found my way. I thought losing you would end me, but it opened my eyes to truth. It was a goodbye that saved me from losing myself for you. house breathed different after that night, like it finally chose a side. Your coffee cup still by the sink, proof of everything I couldn't fix. I walked the roads we planned to leave. They felt lighter underneath my feet, like the ground knew I was done carrying love that wouldn't run. I called it patience, called it care, but love shouldn't feel like a prayer. Said to walls that don't reply, while your heart was already gone. It was the goodbye that saved me, the silence after your name. I learned peace don't come from holding someone who's halfway away. I thought staying meant forever, but leaving taught me the truth. It was the goodbye that saved me from breaking myself into the river. Don't beg the rain to stay, it flows on when skies change gray. It's how I learned to let you go, not angry, just letting go. Some doors don't slam, they close real slow, so you don't feel the cut at all, till you realize the room you're in isn't home anymore. It was a goodbye that saved me, the hardest step I ever took. I stopped rewriting your story and started reading my own book. If love comes back, it'll find me whole, not smaller, not asking for proof. It was a goodbye that saved me and taught me how to choose me too. Just a man who wrote a quiet release, the goodbye that saved me. Finally let me breathe. You left like weather, no warning sign, just a change in the air I couldn't fight. One day I was your shelter, next day I was the night. I held your words like bandages, they never stopped the bleed. I kept mistaking your distance for something I should need. I counted every breath I lost, trying to hold you in, but a heart can only fracture before it learns to mend. The heart you broke learned to beat again, slow at first, then strong. It found a rhythm in the silence, where your voice was gone. The heart you broke learned to beat again, didn't need your name. It still remembers the damage, but it doesn't beat the same. The nearest saw me disappearing, trying to be enough. I called it love, I called it patience. It was just too much. The trees don't blame the winter for stripping them bare. They stand through every season, knowing leaves come back somewhere. I stopped asking heart you broke, learn to beat again through nights that felt too long. It learned how to survive the quiet without needing your song. The heart you broke, learn to beat again, scarred but still alive. It doesn't race for your return, it just knows how to survive. To leave. Some pain just wants to be witnessed before it sets you free. The river doesn't hold its breath, for bridges burn behind. It finds another open way, leaves the wreckage in time. The heart you broke, learn to beat again, and that's my quiet win. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I chose me in the end. The heart you broke, learn to beat again. Now it knows its name. You were a chapter written in pain, not the rhythm that remained. So if you ever hear my heartbeat and think it sounds brand new, that's the sound of something healing after loving you.
We were wildfire in a dry season, beautiful, reckless, hard to tame. You held my heart without instructions, I held the blame. We built a home out of promises, too thin to keep out the cold. Every forever felt honest until it got old. I gave you the best of my weakness, you gave me reasons to doubt. Some loves don't end in forgiveness, they just slowly burn out. But you were the love that didn't destroy me, even though you tried your best. You bent me low, you shook my foundation, but I'm still breathing in my chest. You left your mark like weather on stone, I still feel you when storms hit me. You were the love that hurt me deep, but you didn't destroy me. I learned how silence has weight to it, heavier than honest words. How I'll say nothing can break a man more than being hurt. I watch the seasons change without you, like they didn't notice the loss. Turns out the world doesn't stop spinning just because we got lost. I stopped measuring my worth by how hard you held on. Some battles aren't won by staying, they're won when you're gone. You were the love that didn't destroy me, though you cut close to the bone. I learned the difference between being needed and feeling alone. You taught me how to lose my footing, still land on my feet. You were the love that nearly broke me, but you didn't finish me. I stood in the wreckage of us with my hands shaking, knees weak. Somehow the parts you shattered were the parts that made me speak. The river doesn't curse the mountain for standing in its way. It finds another direction and keeps moving anyway. You were the love that didn't destroy me, just carved a line in my soul. I carry it like a reminder, not a weight, just a toll. I don't regret the fire we were or the ashes we became. You were the love that didn't destroy me, just taught me how to survive the flame. So if you ever wonder why I don't hate your memory, it's because I'm still standing here, and that says everything about me. The clock leaned heavy on the wall, like it knew what this would cost. Your picture faced the floor tonight, didn't need your eyes to watch me fall. I folded every letter slow, like they might change their mind. But paper don't fight when it burns, it just turns to quiet lines. I stayed for the sound of your name, even when it hurt to breathe. But loving you started asking for parts of me I couldn't leave. It was the night I finally let go, when the dark felt kinder than your truth. I stopped waiting on your almost and started choosing what I knew. I cried till the room forgave me, then the silence finally spoke. Yeah, it was the night I finally let go. My guitar leaned in the corner, strings worn thin like me. Every song we never finished, still humming underneath. I stepped outside, the sky was wide, stars scattered like old friends. The wind said, you don't have to stay, just to prove night I finally let go of loving you in my head, of rewriting all your silence into things you never said. I laid your name down gently like a stone I used to hold. Yeah, it was the night I finally let go. The river don't apologize for choosing how it flows. It just moves on, honest and deep, leaving nothing it can't hold. I didn't lose you all at once. I lost myself a little each day, till the letting go felt lighter than the love that made me stay. It was the night I finally let go. Not angry, just one thing. I forgave you in the quiet and let myself back in. If love finds me in the morning, it won't have to break me whole. 'Cause it was the night I finally let go. 6 strings ringing soft and low, the night I finally let go and started coming home. The strength you never noticed, I held the door when you walked out. Didn't beg, didn't shout, just stood there with my hands in my coat, trying not to let the silence show. I fixed the sink, I paid the bills, learned how to sit with the still. I smiled when you asked if I was okay. Didn't tell you I broke every day. You thought I was fine because I didn't fall apart, but you never looked close at the weight on my heart. You never noticed the strength it took to love you quiet, to stay misunderstood. I've been like trees in a storm all night, still standing when the sun showed light. I carried us when you let go, held my ground when you needed space to run. You never noticed the strength it took to keep loving you when you were done. I learned to cook for one plate now, still make too much, don't know how. Your mug still chipped on the side, like proof we were once alive. I walked those roads we swore we'd leave, watch the town keep remembering me. Every mile said just move on, but healing don't happen when you run. I swallow words you didn't want, turn my anger into calm. You called it easy, called me strong, but strength was just me holding on. You never noticed the strength it took to be the anchor while you shook. I stood in rain, I held the line, when loving you felt like losing mine. I carried us when you let go, soft when I was alone. The river don't break when it cuts through stone. It just keeps moving deep and slow. That's how I love you, that's how I stay. Even when you turned away. And now I see clear as dawn what survived when you were gone. I wasn't weak, I was kind, I was strong in the quiet times. You never noticed the strength it took to break in half and still be good, to choose forgiveness over blame, to carry love without your name. I don't need you to see me now, I finally do, and that's enough. You never noticed the strength it took, but I did, and I grew from love. Just a man, 6 strings and truth laid bare. The strength you missed is still right here. Your memory keeps me awake. The clock keeps dragging its feet tonight, like it knows I'm not going anywhere. Your laugh still hangs in the hallway, echoes I never asked to hear. I lie still staring at the ceiling, counting cracks like constellations. Everyone a place we broke, everyone a hesitation. I close my eyes, but you don't leave. You show up louder in my dreams. Your memory keeps me awake long after the world goes dark. I'd give anything for silence, but you still know my heart. I try to sleep, I try to pray, try not to call your name, but your memory keeps me awake. My guitar hums beside the bed, like it's waiting on my hands. Every song I never finished still thinks you'll understand. The window's open, cold air breathing, feels like truth against my skin. The moon
me away, but it's losing its hold on me. Every tear I let fall tonight feels closer to being free. I'll rest someday, I know I will, when the ache finally breaks. But until that night comes easy, your memory keeps me awake. Six strings quiet, room still wait. Your memory keeps me